And welcome back to All Over the Map. Thanks for tuning in. On this episode, it is the 4th of July, 2025. It's Independence Day, and we're going to be playing U.S. town games on GeoGuessr. We're going to explore the U.S. Haven't done this one for a while. We're going to do this one as a no time limit moving challenge, and the play along link for those of you that want to play along will be in the description below. And off we go. We're going to find out and discover and explore and learn about small town. I guess it's towns in the United States. It's either towns or like large cities. Couldn't find anything in between because the United States is such a large country, but here we are. I'm going to try to make a guess as to where I am without really moving and then find the clues. One thing I see right out of the gate, which you find a lot in the United States, is the large American flag. 86, we're probably in the northeast of the United States someplace. Looks like this building here, colonial style. So 86. New York, Olean, New York is where we are, I think. No, this is downtown historic Cuba. There's Cuba. O'Malley's Business Center. It's pretty cool. It's like a 1950s design. But look at this, a little cool mountain town, it might seem, or in the Catskills. Or are we in Western New York? Probably Western New York if it's 86. Olean is in Western New York. I've been through Western New York. But yeah, pretty cool town, this one. I know where Olean is. I think it's St. Bonaventure University. There's Cuba right there. So we can drop it there. But where is... Oh, right here, south. The home of the Bonnies of St. Bonaventure University. I believe it is a Catholic school. So if you've been to any of these locations, or if any of these things pique your interest, let me know in the comments down below. Love to know if anybody's from the United States. If you're from the United States or you're an American, comment down below. And if you like to visit any of these towns, let me know which town you like to visit. The Copper Keg. So Cuba. We're in West Maine. And that's the 305, which is probably this road here. The Copper Keg is right here. The Copper Keg looks like a nice little restaurant there. And the Cuba Village office. So we're right there. So let's look up. We're going to look up Cuba, not the country, Cuba, New York. And there's also Cuba, Mexico, by the way. Western border of Allegheny County, New York. It's a federally recognized tribe of the Seneca Native Americans as a reservation on the western town line. Pretty interesting. The total population in the town is 3,154. It is in the state of New York. And anything else unique about the town? It was formed in 1822. Cheese. It's the cheese capital of the world in the early 20th century. And McKinney Stables. And there we are. Anybody notable? All right, so we'll go back. We'll get on to the next round here on U.S. Town Centers, I guess. We'll just call this U.S. Town Centers. Maybe I'll do this as a series if there's anybody interested. Let me know in the comments down below. All right, we got more brick. I see a lot of brick in towns in the United States. We got the Golden Arches, which seems to be a case. Always American flag. A lot of these towns will have 4th of July parades. In fact, I was at a 4th of July parade this morning. American heroes. Sergeant somebody in the Army. Again, American flags, flowers, kind of the name of the game in a lot of towns throughout the United States. This looks East Coast to me once again. Yeah, 119. This actually looks like the font from Pennsylvania, so I wouldn't be surprised that this is Pennsylvania. Roseman's Florist, the Cornerstone. Wait, Groundhog Souvenirs. Groundhog. What do we know about Groundhog Day? If anybody's seen that movie, there's the clock. I wonder if this is Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. That's what would be my guess. No front license plate, 119. Mahoning is in Ohio, I believe. Yeah, I think this is Punxsutawney because I remember seeing this. I think this is the movie. Hold on, let's see. Baseball. Um, Festival in the Park. Cannons. Is this where they have it the? I think I could be wrong on this one. Dubois. Yeah, Dubois. It is Pennsylvania because Du Bois, the River, Mahoning, and I can't believe we haven't. Well, if I go in, I know where this is. It's actually south. It comes south from Cuba. Um, it's around here. Oh, there's Punxsutawney. Yeah, one. What was the one? Let's go back to start. 119 and 36. Yeah, so this is it. This is Punxsutawney. It looks familiar. I'm not sure if I played this. I have not been to Punxsutawney. I've been to Pennsylvania numerous times. So I think we're right about there. So Punxsutawney Phil, for those of you that don't know, Groundhog Day, there was a movie about it. Um, Punxsutawney Phil. So there's the groundhog residing in a young township near Punxsutawney, near it, I guess. But if he sees his shadow, it's like, what do you get? 6 more weeks of winter. If he doesn't, um, then there's no more winter or something like that. Whatever. Somebody should know. But it's the weather capital of the world, Punxsutawney, southern part of Jefferson County in Pennsylvania. The population 5,769 and approximately 84 miles northeast of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And yeah, February 2nd. So curious how many people know about this. If Groundhog Day, I guess it's just an American thing. But it was Bill Murray in the movie Punxsutawney Phil, Groundhog Day. There it is. Andy McDowell, Chris Elliott, and Bill Murray tells about the story of a cynical television weatherman covering Groundhog Day. Let me know if you watched that movie in the comments down below. So there we are. Pretty cool. So getting some unique towns here in the United States. This one I feel like we're headed west, just by the buildings, maybe these trees, maybe the Pacific Northwest. Some of these tall pines. We got elephants and license plates. I don't know, but established by George P. McCormick, January 1929. Pretty cool town. The hardware store. Yeah, this feels northwest. The Heritage Museum. Seedless grapes. Herb and Bloom. The Heart of Art on Vashon Island. So maybe this is where we are, Vashon Island. Looks like the Vashon Pharmacy since 1933. So pretty cool, pretty unique town, this one. The Glass Bottle Creamery could always go for a good ice cream cone or whatever. Interesting, we have palm trees here. Okay, so Island Queen IQ used to be Dairy Queen. Those of you know. But we got palm trees here, which is pretty interesting. We got what always looks to be like an old movie theater, the Vashon Theater. So that's pretty cool. A lot of towns in the United States have these old, I guess 1950s style movie theaters. Maybe repurposed. Okay, so gonna guess it's Washington State by the license plates. But I'm not not entirely sure on this one. I think the town's gonna be small enough that I'm probably not gonna see it. I'm gonna have to zoom in a little bit. And here it is, Vashon, the town of Vashon, which is just southwest of Seattle, the Puget Sound. Pretty cool location, this. I have not been to the state of Washington, but I've been to the other two states, Pennsylvania and New York. Haven't been to those towns specifically, however. All right, the hardware store. We're at... There's the U.S. Bank, so we're right here in Vashon, Washington. So we'll take a look at this one. This town covers an island, the largest island in the Puget Sound. The population 11,055 in 2020. So there we are. As you see, a lot of Native Americans, inhabitants in a lot of these towns throughout the United States. Interesting that I didn't realize palm trees could grow or thrive, but that would make sense, right? Because it's warm and but not hot and dry summers. It stays, relatively warm, I guess, throughout the year. Agriculture, transportation, ferries, you can ferry around, and Vashon Island High School. Anything else? The rowing club and the Vashon Sheepdog Classic occurs every year at Misty Island Farms. And anyone of note on this one, if you know anybody, anyone that you know, John Ratzenberger, the guy from Cheers. I don't know if you've ever watched Cheers, but that's pretty cool. So there we are. All right, so off to the next round here on this Independence Day in the United States. I'm sure those of you around the world, it's Friday and probably looking forward to a weekend. Treasure Trove, 5 to 10 cent stores, 5 and dimes as they called. Boys polo shirts from $1. Johnny's Men's Shop. We got we call a spotter pot. Not sure where this could be. The Cleaners, an old town, boarded up town. So just see this at different parts throughout the United States over the past 10 to 15 years. And I guess that's the change throughout the world too. You go from industry, the technology boom, and who knows where AI is going to take us in the future. What is going to be the towns, what's going to be the future is always in the most... Okay, hurricane claims. So this has got to be on the East Coast somewhere. But you always can find an American flag. And there we are. The state of Louisiana is where we are. So Hurricane Central. This is interesting because this this style of architecture is Louisiana to me. Just the covered... I don't know what this is. A covered deck or something up top. But anyway, I saw this in... where did I see that? I think it's Buckingham, England. That one place had something similar with the brick and that overhang or whatever. All right, Le Petit Theatre. So a lot of French influence. Tanner McGee. Oh, there it is. The Bank of Houma, Louisiana. There we are. South of Thibodaux, and Bayou Cane, Bayou Blue, and Houma Presqu'île. To the town of Houma is where we are. The bank. We got Mahoney's Pub. Looks like a pretty cool location, this one. I thought that's, for a second there, said Cristiano Ronaldo. It's Cristiano Restaurante. And where is Mahoney's? This is like the town square. So this is pretty cool. These types of trees. The Smoky Row, Southern Fried Chicken, fried clams. And you get these trees in Louisiana, the colors of Louisiana, the Mardi Gras. But I guess this is the town, what I call like the town square. So alright, let's just find out what road we're on here. It's like a town that's kind of, I would say, spread out a bit here. Where are the street signs, by the way? Oh, there we are. Church and Main. So we don't have high streets in the United States. There are a lot of main streets. But there's a high street in this one as I say that, which is pretty interesting. So Main and Belanger. Main and Church. Where is Church? The Boxer in the Barrel at Mahoney's. Le Petit. Alright, so Houma, Louisiana. So let's take a look at this one. Houma, Louisiana. This is a pretty cool map. I like this one. Houma is the largest city in the parish seat of Terrebonne Parish in Louisiana. The population 33,727, and it was named after the historic Native American tribe of the Houma people. It's believed to be related to the Choctaw. So there we are. It's formed in 1832, and this would be a pretty hot, steamy, humid location for me. This would be a place I don't know if I could live because of the heat and humidity along the Gulf of Mexico, or Gulf of America, whatever it's called now, or whatever. Anyway, any famous people? There looks like there's a bunch of famous people from this town. Brandon Jacobs, running back for the New York Giants, I think. A lot of running backs. So people, running backs and baseball players from this town in Louisiana. We go off to the fifth and final round, and we've got the Liberty County Adult Probation Center. It's always interesting. The Fontenay Professional Building. It's kind of appropriate. We go to some French because French helped the Americans during the Revolution. We got the state of Texas, so we're heading a little bit west from Houma. Got these big trees. Not sure what type of trees they are, but it's what you find in the Texas, Louisiana. Now in Texas, I've been to Texas. I'm not sure I've been to this town. I haven't been to Have I been to Louisiana? No, I have not. We got the American flag, and the Texas flag always flies. Texas flag always flies. That's the one thing you can be sure of in Texas. And sometimes it might even fly without the American flag, which is always interesting. Not sure what town it is, but that is clearly the town square there. Probably should go back the other way, but I'm going to try to find a post office or something here. We got David Glenn Williams, attorney at law. The Prosperity Bank. The Church of the First United. Wait, Liberty. Fund Liberty. There's the Liberty Bells. Wow. What an appropriate game. Is this Liberty, Texas? It is Liberty, Texas Jiu-Jitsu. However, I don't know where Liberty, Texas is. These are small towns. Smaller towns, I should say. I guess they're small, smallish. But a good one, this. I like different places to explore, and sometimes, you can find things in small towns that you might not find elsewhere. Liberty, Texas, 936. Okay, we got to be near the coast when you got gumbo, oysters, and shrimp. So, like, I'm thinking we're going to head west. We're probably in an area like here. I'm not going to be out west. Liberty. Stay near the Gulf. Yoakum, Texas. We got a Cleveland, Texas, not Cleveland, Ohio. Got a Cleveland, Texas. And that's, we're into Louisiana here. So, And here we are, Liberty. I just passed over that, next to Dayton, not Dayton, Ohio. So we got Cleveland, Ohio, Dayton, Ohio, Cleveland, Texas, Dayton, Texas. But here's Liberty, Texas. Pretty cool location just to see how big this is, the state of Texas. It is massive all the way over here to El Paso, up to Amarillo. It's a massive state, folks, for those of you that don't know. But here we are in the eastern part of Texas. Probably take a good day's drive to go from here to El Paso, but we got Whataburger. That's a place you should try. Whataburger. Whataburger's only in Texas. Well, I guess it's going a little more outside of Texas now, but in any case, it's a Texas burger chain, I guess. Okay. The street signs could help. South of the train. Sam Houston Street in Maine. So here's Maine. We're on Maine. What we're looking for is Sam Houston Street. Jack's Burgers, Liberty Gazette. And, yeah, I mean, Liberty County. It's Liberty. Wait, hold on. What's... Wait, hold on. Ah, there's Jack's Hamburgers. Yeah. The Liberty County Clerk's Office. And there we are, Liberty, Texas. An appropriate game for that matter. Liberty, Texas, Punxsutawney. This is a really good one. We're going to definitely do this one again. I know this is not getting a lot of views or probably likes as the other ones, but hey, we'd love to see if we can get this one up to 1,000. But if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. I want to get to 4 soon. So anyway, that's it. Wish you the best on this Friday, the 4th of July. Thanks for tuning in. Till next time. What did I get first? 25,000. Look at that. Northeast, the South, and the far Pacific Northwest on this first episode of U.S. Town Centers. Till next time. Cheers.